Hey everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup 15. Back to Group B we go. And this time it's between Shrike and cowofschmau. Now if you'll remember, Shrike won the 2-0 against Void Warrior. And this is a group of 3, so this makes it very cutthroat. Basically, if you win one series, you're pretty much in. So for Shrike, very little pressure here. He can lose these games abjectly and he'd still make it to the top of the group. In fact, if we had a 3-way tie, it would be Shrike and cowofschmau advancing, I'm pretty sure. For cowofschmau, meanwhile, if you can win even a single game here, I think you pretty much guarantee you advance. So that would actually be really nice for him. But this is not a very high stress series for either player. Shrike really has nothing to lose. And cowofschmau, in the meantime, he could manage to snag the second place spot in the group by winning even one game here. Is that true? No, if he wins one game here, but then he loses 2-0 to Void Warrior, he's still out. So he does need to actually win some games against Void, but anything that he can get in this series would be really, really nice for him. Anyway, that's the stakes. Looks like cowofschmau gonna go for some kind of an aggressive build here. We do see SC first from Shrike. Yeah. Well, I kind of wanted to, you know. Sometimes I find myself looking for excuses to cast. It's fun, after all. Welcome to the chat, by the way. And for cowofschmau, obviously going to be some sort of aggressive build, but he only has 5 up here, so I think that he's going to go with the blast drone attack first. Does have sand skimmer fab, building a couple of those as well. Shrike playing this well though, see he's got the LAV fab before the probe, that's crucial. I would actually cancel this salvager and send the probe out now though. And this is exactly why, right? You need to be able to see if there's an attack coming. And if you have a probe going out here, you'll see, oh look, he's attacking me, I can cancel this salvager and build LAVs. Looks like actually he's gonna be a little late on the no, he does get it, okay. Oh no, he doesn't, yeah, salvager finished. Which is a little bit unfortunate because he might not be able to long distance mine for some time here. So you want to start building LAVs here. Does have AV fab teching as well. And we'll see if cowofschmau gets a tech choice eventually. Pretty nice spawn for Shrike. Oh, and by the way, who picked this map? I should check that as well. It was Shrike who picked the boneyard here. Actually, a pretty good map for cowofschmau, I would have to say, but if he doesn't get the good spawn, it kind of goes backwards, so... Targeting jammer is still available, and that's going to be crucial, but I think if you're cowofschmau, you probably want to jump in here and do some damage right away. We'll see what he does, though. Gonna be sand skimmer raiding, okay, interesting. I don't like it, actually, because, again, there's always a threat of tech showing up from the Savant player. However, here comes the attack. Really, really nice TJ, gonna buy for some time, but if this BD can still hit the base, which it will, it's gonna do a bunch of damage to the salvagers. Looks like cowofschmau is targeting the SC. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. He's gonna target the salvagers here. Gonna get 1 kill so far. He's targeting the SC again. Ah! Oh no, he definitely could have gotten more here, but a bit of bad focus fire there gonna cost him quite a lot. AV fab finished now, by the way. Sandskimmer raiding not gonna be very helpful as all of them are dead now. And it looks like cowofschmau gonna have to back away. He only got 1 salve, and actually Shrike had an extra because he had built one there, so... Yeah, I don't know, that doesn't feel very good for cowofschmau, I have to say. You can see it in the units lost tab as well. Yeah, you did kill a salvager, but actually you managed to... Like, how do I say? Shrike had an extra, so he ended up, like, getting 1 put back on. Yeah, the ALMs are always nice in this defense as well. And yeah, I can benefit from high ground. So I think this one was getting high ground. This one here is the one that you spawn with, so that one doesn't ever have much agency in where it's placed. I think, anyway. I might be wrong about that, actually. Anyway, AVs are done. cowofschmau actually with 2 base runners, which is interesting. He wants to try for some extracts, I suppose, but... it's Cow who's gonna need to respond to this tech choice by Shrike first, so... We'll see what he does. You can see Shrike kind of on defense mode here. He probably wants to spread out across the map a bit more with these LAVs. But still, this is a really nice early game for him. Actually, it's ref boat for cowofschmau. Yeah, I agree. He probably wants to counterattack here. These artifacts really should not be able to extract, but cowofschmau's gonna get away with it. Main base, though, completely unassailable, I would say. Actually, there's a bit of a vulnerability on second, maybe, but these skims probably have to make themselves scarce. And this is why I don't like getting the skimmer upgrades before you have any other tech, because it feels like they don't really do that much on their own. You just get AVs and they have to leave, so... There's the first extract for cowofschmau. He does have ref mode, like I said, it's almost done now. And the second one's on the way. Railgun Fab being considered here, but either way, it's going to be carry protection for Shrike. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But it's never a fight that you really like to take. Because, you know, you just kind of figure eventually you're going to lose it. Yeah, I agree. LV just getting some scouting, see what cowofschmau's up to. I actually really like that. He didn't catch the ref mode done, but he probably assumes just because of the positioning of his PC and all. Hey, it's Voidware. Very nice. We're casting his games, which cowofschmau next. So there's the second extract. Yeah, base runners will die here, but that's fine. You got what you needed. Actually, apparently Kharak base runners are faster than Coalition AVs. Maybe he'll get away. I'm used to, like, the Coalition base runner has 75 speed, I'm pretty sure, so would not be able to outrun here. But Gaussian OP, know what I'm saying? Blast drones need to be careful here. Shrike would actually love it if he could, like, run into them and make them explode. I think that LAV was trying to sacrifice his life there. But he's got the AVs to cover, so I really doubt that these will be able to get much done. Heavy railgun is done too, but you always need to be careful here that you don't get jumped on. It looks like that's exactly what's about to happen. Actually, the blast drones got through, okay. Looks like the base runners didn't keep running, so that's actually going to be pretty sad for them. Skims with Sunder are actually going to do a lot of damage here, but this heavy railgun will fall. It does cost 2 AAVs, but that's still a pretty good trade for the Coalition players. Those railguns are very, very expensive. And skip. Oh, he actually managed to keep one alive. Very nice. Hey, it's Shrike. Well, I'd say it's going pretty well so far. I will say, the advice that I gave to cowofschmau playing against you was to just rush every game, so he definitely took it. Feels like when players are out of practice, the easiest thing to do is to kill them with rushes, you know. But I don't think it really worked. Shrike is in a pretty nice position here. AV gonna jump on this railgun too? Clearly, he's been taking notes from the games of the previous tournament. Although this is 1v1 plus the skim's not gonna be able to make it. Still though, look, he knows his opponent's not on 3 base. He can just buy tech. You know, he can go up to 3 base himself. I think this is still pretty comfortable for Shrike. It's heavy vehicles too as well, which always feels good. Here you probably want to like smoke out the railguns, but yeah, he will take one shot. Yeah, we could kind of see it too, like you didn't take much of the map after that, but either way, I mean, it didn't do any damage really, so... All it really got cowofschmau, I think, is like the 2 artifacts. But, which is not nothing, you know, but it's definitely not what you want. And with Armor 3 teching, by the way, that's going to make the Coalition railguns very, very scary to fight against. So right away we have Honor Guards for cowofschmau. Yeah, yeah. No, you have been playing a ton, actually. Yeah, right, I mean, they can just kind of move away. I think the danger really is that the blast drone will hit, and the TJ did manage to, like, slow down the TJ did manage to slow down the BD, but the big deal was that cowofschmau didn't focus fire it, and that netted a bunch of damage on the SC, but it's not really the best thing, because this damage is permanent, yeah, but not very meaningful until it gets finished. By the way, railguns are on the way now. Saban rails too, very spicy. I think it's maybe better to send like a flank of 2 or 3 out here, but either way, I do like the attempt of kind of outflanking your opponent, and TJ is available too, so this is a fight that could go really, really badly for cowofschmau, but even in the best case scenario, I don't think he wins it. Depends though. I like how you call them Southerners. It's very authentic somehow. Anyway, yeah, here we see Saban Rails taking no prisoners like they do. He doesn't actually have Mag Excel yet, but I think he just wins by the Armor 3. Plus the numbers are pretty okay for him. It's 3 versus 1 now that he's killed most of them. Sandskimmer's kind of not being checked here though. He needs a couple more AAVs here. Yeah, it looks like he'll actually lose all of these railguns. That's pretty nice for cowofschmau. Well, to be fair though, the AAV that kind of should be here, quote unquote, is doing some work over on the main base. So. I love the smoke, actually. Yeah, that's really nice. But if I were cowofschmau, I'd be trying to hit the main base right now. I hope he doesn't get distracted by this base runner, actually, because that could, yeah, that could be a really good distraction, actually. Let's see what happens. Oh, heavy rail spawns in duress here, but it's actually just barely gonna get away. This AV's faster than it, though, so it might be able to chase it down once it gets through the smoke. Oh, no. Photos taken moments before disaster. Lieutenant Commander over here. Well, he's gonna be short-lived. He will die soon, but still. Actually, yes, the Sandstormers go for the artifacts. This is really nice for Shrike. It keeps his main base alive. Remember, this SC is actually at half health, so that was like a really good target to attack, but goes for the base runner instead. And cowofschmau is kind of like floating on his 3 base here, but he hasn't had it set up yet, so he does have honor guard tech done. He's getting anti-air for it, actually, which is kind of weird, but he doesn't actually have any building yet. Yeah, okay, he's gonna cancel that. That's probably good. It's probably good. I will say the units lost tab is starting to look a little dicey for Shrike here, but still, he's up on 3 base faster than his opponent, so he'll be doing fine in terms of army on the field. And you can see it's already a lot bigger. He does need to get a couple more rails out, but he does have mag excel teching as well, which is going to make things very difficult for Shrike, or sorry, for cowofschmau. Blast drone should really detonate here. Oh, it doesn't quite get that off. Would have done some appreciable damage to the AVs, although not a huge amount, of course. Looks like this probe will be denied. And mag excel finishing just now, which is right in the nick of time, just as this railgun fight begins. Uh-oh, this guy didn't get the memo. I think one thing that cowofschmau could really use here, other than building an honor guard, which would actually be very helpful, he's got the tech after all, but he could really use a EMP rounds on the heavy rails. Good smoke here by Shrike to try to keep the railguns alive. He's built more rails by the carrier, which is potentially a target, but it looks like these schemes are just going to have to leave. Still unupgraded, by the way. I mean, they got rating, but again, it's not worth too much, so... Well, it actually allows the heavies to take a nice trade here, so that's good. Units lost tab again, still not actually looking too good for Shrike. So cowofschmau's definitely fighting back, but again, no 3 base. That really hurts. And he's definitely got the money to set it up, so I don't know what he's waiting for. Maybe just a little bit overwhelmed with the micro on the field. He needs to be building an honor guard and needs to be getting this 3 base set up here.
Enemy contact on the board. Enemy Sandstormer on approach.
Yeah, this sledgehammer from Shrike feels pretty unstoppable to me. Again, if you have EMP, you might be able to make this work. I really don't get why you're taking honor guard anti-air. He just saw the carrier and he's not building honor guard, so even if he had air, that would not be very helpful. I can't say I understand this at all. 3rd base finally getting set up just as it's attacked by AVs. That's pretty unfortunate. Oh dear, my boy, you need an honor guard. You've got the... Oh. I don't really know what he's doing. He actually is gonna get this 3rd extract out, which is good, but... And he's got the weapons powered up, to his credit. He can use the missiles here as well, that would be nice. But this push here is just unstoppable. I don't see what you can possibly do about this. Actually, I don't like the smokes too much, because you're winning this fight, so I'd rather just take it. Better to, like, smoke over here, since you can win the localized fight a little bit better. Yeah, there's that 3rd extract for cowofschmau, but I feel like the whole map is just falling apart around him now. He is building more rails, and Shrike is taking this a little bit slow, but I think that that's fine. Like, he'll probably just keep being able to trade. It's kind of like the meat grinder I always talk about in the GVG when there's, like, skims popping in danger, right? But it's with railguns, which are even more expensive, so that's even better. So, yeah, this can't end well for cowofschmau. Main base even in danger too. I mean, after this honor guard, which he's finally building, pops, it's like gonna just die. Actually, Shrike did get fighter and gunship, so honor guard anti-air good, but a little bit too early, I would say. Kind of depressing, I think. So, like, cowofschmau's early rush didn't really net too much, but he managed to get into a nice position after that. But I think he really kind of threw the lead that he built. Just not setting up that 3 base and not getting the honor guard out. Sorry to talk about it already like a post-mortem, but this game's definitely over. He does have 3 artifacts, that's true, but I don't think, you know, I don't think he's gonna survive for 15 minutes. Possibly, you never put it past Conaf. Would help to put the power in the missiles here though, but There's the honor guard, does have high grounds, that's nice, but this many railguns can kill it really fast, actually. So he needs to be a little careful how he uses this. He wants to back. Oh, he's getting carrier block too. Oh no. Nah, that was not it. Ouch. And here come the air units now that the honor guard is dead. So. No, Commander Grick, get out of there! Get out of there! Smoke, go, run! Oh. For the hero, there is no death. He's like, gosh dang it, I am gonna kill this carrier. Anyway, there goes the final shot. I think it was the Strike Fighter that took it, actually. And we'll move on to game 2. Again, this is a pretty low-risk series for Shrike, but cowofschmau would love to take at least one game off here if he can. It's fine if he doesn't win any, but he'd really like to. Because if you win any games here, you make your chances of advancing the upper bracket so much better. So, here we go on game 2, Canyon Outpost. Looks like the faction picks are the same. This is going to be cowofschmau's pick. You love to see it. Very good map for Conf. After this, we do cowofschmau versus Void Warrior, and then we'll do your games with Sick IGN. Space Runner retired from Shrike this time. LAV Fab started before the SC, so it looks like gonna be a little bit more aggressive. Not a bad idea, especially when your opponent rushed you in the last game and you're feeling like, well, maybe you could do that again. That was a little dicey. Just go for some early LAVs and see what you can do. Yeah, so I've been told. I'm excited to see what that means. LAV Fab finishes. And straight to AVs, okay. So he's gonna go all the way into tech. Would be nice still, though, to build a couple of LAVs here, because you are gonna be in some danger if you don't. It's actually kind of a long time to not have units. Here comes cowofschmau. However, the blast drone I feel is kind of late here, so he's not gonna be able to attack quite as early as he would like. Skim takes a bit of damage, too. Oh, interesting. Yeah, this is like very economy focused, but what should the blast drone prioritize in this case? I mean, if there's army on the field, you can go for that, but if you can hit fast enough, you just hit the salvagers, and then the sand skimmers can finish the kills. So that's definitely the way this is played. But I feel like Shrike has been here long enough that I don't think this is gonna work. Like, he's got enough of an army built up. He's got the 3 LAVs, he's building an AV right now. cowofschmau kind of just sitting on his lapels here, I feel. Is that a saying? Sitting on his laurels, that's what you say. Sitting on his lapels? What am I talking about? Oh, and he's taking ref mode, actually. That's very interesting. LAVs are leaving, though, so... Yeah, this AV is out, though, like I said. That makes things really complicated for cowofschmau, I think. So, see, he's gonna get the hit on the workers, but it's too late, right? Like, the AV is gonna be able to ward him off, so... Yeah, I really don't feel like this works. Like, you've gotta go in a lot faster. And we've seen this build have so much potential, but this is not it. That's gonna be a real unfortunate start for cowofschmau. He does have the money to, like, start a second PC or something, but... Okay, missile ship tech was just a misclick, I'm sure. Gonna go for railgun fab instead, so that he can be safe against the AVs, and that's obviously a logical choice. But I mean, yeah, this is gonna be a pretty slow start for him, and Shrike, holy moly, he's gonna go 1 base BC. Alright, you know. If you're ahead, just go for whatever, I guess. Yeah, you know. He's out for blood, man. He's out for blood. And Shrike still has not lost anything this whole game, so that's pretty good, you know. I'm no expert, but I'd say if you don't lose any units, you're doing well.
Enemy sand skimmer on approach.
Yeah, just like miscontrol from cowofschmau. He went in way too low, way too late. But well, you were correct, Shrike. You were very much correct. Can't say one base BC is something I've seen done very often, but I mean, hey, you know, first time for everything. He's getting an SC set up, so that too, like by the time the tech finishes at least. BCs are actually quite expensive on RUs though, so I think he needs to like fill these guys out in order to make this work. If the BCs are like hitting the field by like 2 minutes, or 22 minutes, that's still gonna be pretty insane though, so you know. I could see it, I could see it. Yeah, you know, might as well double down, right? We do have the railgun out here for cowofschmau. And we've seen these win this kind of defense, we've seen these lose this kind of defense, so you know how it goes, but... Oh yeah, you wanted to try out the new self-heal? Well, like I said, for Shrike, this is a very low-risk series, right? He's already in a bracket, so he can just do whatever he wants. You know, I appreciate it. I appreciate what he's going for here. Unfortunately, the perfect units lost tab is going to be ephemeral. Does end up going away. Oh, what the heck is happening over here? AV's attacking the main base too. I really like how Shrike is attacking on both sides at once. That feels pretty good. It's gonna net him some salvager kills here. It doesn't get any on this side, but you know, it's the thought that counts. Looks like production upgrade even coming out here. And I think that BCs cost 350 RUs, so this is a little bit awkward. But yeah, production upgrade done, and there's a BC. And 2 BC coming up for cowofschmau is building assault railguns. Uh-oh. Well, that's not going to do too well against battle cruisers, but to be fair, you can't hardly expect that this is coming out. Still, though, it's a lot of CUs for Shrike. I think actually he didn't need these CU miners at all. I could have just flipped them over to RU. Yeah, they ain't cheap, you know. They ain't cheap. Main base has actually been fully healed up, so... And yes, definitely. Like, BCs are actually really scary. I mean, actually, I guess maybe with cowofschmau getting this next artifact out, it might be possible to just defend the carrier, but... Still, I mean, they hurt. They hurt bad. I love this AV being built too, just to help defend. He does see the ping here because ALMs are busted, so he knows that these blast drones are coming, or at least that something is coming, and he'll be able to defend. If one of them hits, you don't have any threat of losing eco. So yeah, it damages the SC, but these units will get healed up. It's not a big deal. And yes, he's denying second, and he can do that for some time. That's what AVs are very good at. Sometimes, you know, you feel like you really just need assault ships to handle this kind of stuff, but assault railguns can do it too, it's just they have to position well. Yeah, this is looking all kinds of rough for cowofschmau though. And here comes the BC. I thought that was the second one for a moment. That would have been spicy. Although Shrike does have the money to build another one right now, but I'm sure he will later. cowofschmau's doing the right thing here, though, right? He's going around the dunes so that he can get the long angle, abuse the range that he's got. And I think as the AVs, yeah, you can use the smoke to buy some time, but you really want to jump over the dune here. And then the answer for cowofschmau is to have some more units on this side, which he's building right now, so I'll have that pretty soon. These AVs are just being turbo annoying right now. Another smoke, yeah, you love to see it. And they're buying as much time as possible. They can just back away now. They might actually be able to kill this assault rail, though. Uh-oh. Okay, looks like it got over the dune just in time, though. Oh, but then it came back out! Ah! Oh, it has 1 HP! Oh my gosh. What's happening? Oh, it's gonna die. Hero AV manages to claim the kill. Literally 1 HP, that's crazy. But here's the BC, and this is where cowofschmau is just gonna want to start crying or something. Like, what the heck is this? And you can see, like I said, it fights assault rails pretty well. Has that Sunder too, so it's even gonna amp the damage off of the AVs. And yeah, if I were Shrike, I would just build more of them. I don't even think you need this, just make more BCs. But... This is just one shot this AO. Yep. Here comes a ton of carrier missiles. And this, in the past, has been kind of a nice answer to BCs, but with the field repairs healing them up so much, it does feel like unless the kind of carrier is quite powered up, it won't be able to really do that much against it. So again, there's actually threat to just end the game here. Like, you don't even need to be denying 2-base, you can just kill this carrier, I think. We'll see if that's what ends up happening, but yeah, we do have a couple more BCs building for Shrike now. Yeah, but I like how the AVs can just kind of kill off the... Oh, friendly fire. I like... yes. But I like how the AVs can just kind of hold off the second base and the BC can be relegated to attacking the main position. Yeah, this is very nice. Starting to take a lot of damage though, so now he can just get over this dune and then use that field repairs ability. Or maybe he wants to get further away so that he can't be hit by carrier missiles. But this is a lot of the strength of BCs in the current meta. Is that they have that, you know, kind of self-sufficiency aspect with the field repairs healing them up so much. And you can see that being used right now. It looks like these AVs are going to deny the base runners. That's a really nice touch. Can you smoke to try and buy some time here, but it's probably not going to be enough. Yep, there's the denial. And this heavy railgun here is in hostile territory for sure. It looks like the AVs just want to do a run by. Here comes that second BC. And realistically, like, if Shrike uses these well, they'll just never die. Because anytime they get low, he can just kind of back away, use the heal, and then come back in. And he can get SCs if he wants to have some frontline healing for them too. I think that's... Even though BCs have some self-healing now, that's actually still quite useful. Yeah, you can see the main base taking a lot of fire here. Nice missile though. You do want to try and spread these guys out whenever you're fighting against Con F, and indeed, that's going to keep a salvager alive. Just barely. But I mean, you know, 3 base versus 1, it's only going to last for so long. In fact, we actually have Strike Fighters building here too. I don't know about this because there are 2 PC, but you could go bombers. I think that'd be pretty spicy. Just bomb out the PCs and then ask your opponent nicely to resign. Because, you know, that really will just end the game. Here you can see field repairs being used again, heals this PC up a little bit. Like I said, these things just never die here. Because anytime they get low, you just heal up. And this allows them to fight railguns really well unless there's a good number of them, so... AV's gonna come in for the redive though, and actually that salvager that they almost killed is like healing up, but still they're gonna get these 2 for free. Yeah, you can see like BCs do damage against railguns, obviously, especially Saban ones. And unless you can get the kills on the BCs, all the damage you do to them just kind of feels like it's temporary. So that's what makes BCs able to fight railguns here. And typically, I've said before, like, you really want to have an army to support them, which I think is true still, but, like, if you have enough of them, they can just kind of support each other, you know? And with this very low number of units on the field, having 2 BCs just sort of feels like enough already. It's just one-shot them, right? And you can see, like I said, this carrier really is taking a lot of damage, so, cowofschmau, we may want to power up the healing here. Base server heal popped, or sorry, BC heal popped, I think, a little too close. But cowofschmau doesn't seem to know where it is, so he might not be able to missile that. And look, this one's full! So, you know, it can just go back in. Shrike is, like, going full wing here, and he's making a double gunship now. Go on, get us the attack bomber fab, it'd be fun. He's got an SC coming out, too. Oh, Coalition BC compare... You know, actually not as different as you might think. Because the Coalition Battlecruiser actually has quite a bit more range than you think, but definitely less than the Saban one. The damage output is huge, though. That does have to be said. SBC might actually die, although it almost has field crit. You don't want to back up, you want to stay close. Yes, that's this looking at you. Oh, he's mashing the E button, but the Sand Skimmer of all things ends up getting the kill. Strike Fighter's gonna hit the carrier though. Strike Fighters actually do pretty pitiful damage against carriers, but this thing is so low, it is gonna be enough. And this guy here gonna claim the kill. Two games in a row, he kills the carrier with Strike Fighters. Interesting. Well, there you go. So it's gonna be a 2-0 for Shrike, not for cowofschmau. It's gonna be an 0-2 for him. And that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's move on to the next one. This next series is gonna be a lot more impactful, I think. But this was a fun one to watch.